Welcome to the first episode of the Truckers Lounge. I'm Priest. This is my co-host Eugene.
All
This
right.
is a platform where we cover any and everything dealing with trucking. We see that it's some major issues going on in the industry right now that we feel like that need to be addressed. We see a lot of information out there that's not addressing the same things that we feel that's going on. So let's get started.
All right.
What's up, my guy?
All right, man. What's going on? It's good to be here on our first episode. How was your weekend been so far?
Man, man, everything was good, man. You know what I'm saying? It was so good that we got a good topic to discuss on our first episode. Let's see here. We got the trucking guru, Miss Kierra not Washington, Miss Kierra Henderson, I believe her name is. Let me put up
Right.
a picture here so you know I'm gonna share this with everybody so they can see here. Give me a second to put this in place here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Miss Kierra
Coach.
Washington, the self-proclaimed trucking guru.
Right.
She's hot right now. She's trending in the trucking industry. You know, she claims that she's made millionaires with her dispatching course, but apparently there are some suspicious things going on with Miss Henderson, the trucking guru. And we just want to touch on some topics that that we've been seeing trending out here lately on. So what's your
Right.
take on it, Gene? You know, I'm gonna let you kick it off. You know, I'm gonna come in hard. I'm gonna let you kick it off. I'm gonna let you soften the
uh,
audience up. Yeah.
well, I remember first seeing her was it a few months ago or earlier this year, and I was seeing her on Facebook and Instagram and seeing around the truck stop, and a lot of people was talking about the trucking guru, seeing her going around the truck stop shaking people's hands. And then I seen her on a podcast with a panel of other, I guess they call themselves the black shirts,
Yeah.
and they were all talking about their money plays and what they were doing and their different backgrounds that they came from when they came into the trucking industry. So I was intrigued because so many people came into the industry during the pandemic and really made money. They did very
Right.
well when they came into the industry. It didn't really matter what background you came from. You didn't even have to work very hard to make the money. And
Right.
so it was amazing to see so many people come into the industry and make the type of money that they made. But
Right.
you and I had already been talking, hey, this wasn't gonna last a long time, and that was something, unfortunately, a lot of people didn't prepare for. you
Yeah.
know
Yeah. 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 That's true. Well, you know, the thing is, speaking of the trucking guru, these uh, I I really want the audience to pay attention to the picture that's on right now because these are self-proclaimed gurus that we see quite a bit, especially my man Coach Shelton, there, the box truck coach.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I know I've been smiling a lot the whole time because I'm like a lot of these guys. I kind of understand. Like you, we understand the trucking industry. We know that these people, a lot of them could be wrong. Just my opinion. I think a lot of them came in on the backdrop of the pandemic. A
Right.
lot of people that was in that wasn't in the trucking industry, they didn't know or understand that the rates that we was getting during the pandemic wasn't true rates. So those were opportunities for people like these in the
Right.
trucking guru. Honestly, I can't crucify them for taking the
Right.
opportunity to ride the wave.
Of
I
course.
think, yeah, I mean, I to me, their only crime is I believe they did a lot of misleading, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't know that if you wasn't already in the trucking industry.
Yeah.
That
That's
there are a
true.
lot of statements that they were making was misleading. So so we're gonna tackle a little bit of it here, and I'm gonna share, you know, part of the video of the guy who first broke this story here. Let me shut this screen
Okay.
sharing down here. Take this off. Okay. This video here, shout out to Mr. Spencer here. Spencer Cornelia. If I mispronounce his name, I apologize. He's a YouTuber that does investigations on people who claim to be gurus.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, he does extensive investigation. But let's play the clip here and we'll do a little commentary on it.
Right.
Having to do like any jail time or anything?
Yes.
Oh, talk to us
Yeah, I
about that.
mean, but that's why I do this. Like, I'm a felon, so I know what it's like to not be able to actually make good money.
The prison to fake guru pipeline is incredibly strong right now. I think the financial crimes they're committing after serving prison time are worse than the ones before. She has a few courses that will help you make seven figures in the trucking industry, but it's important to note that she also helps ordinary felons make an income. This is by far my favorite sales pitch from a fake guru I've ever seen. Screwing over felons is something I've only seen from someone as crazy as the Joker.
All my trucks, I own over 140 trucks.
Let's do a little research to see if she's telling the truth. In one of the lawsuits filed against Kierra, I see the name Capital Choice Trucking. Using Safer, I find that Capital Choice Trucking is currently out of service as of July 2nd, 2023. At most, this LLC has 4 trucks. Another one of her companies is TTG Logistics LLC, which is currently not authorized to operate and has only 3 drivers. Tioga Brothers Freight is a company possibly tied to her or her business partner, and it's a broker with 0 trucks.
All my trucks, I own over 140 trucks.
I don't see any proof or any indication that she owns more than a couple trucks. People like Kierra will say, don't let your LLCs be known or people know about your business.
And before they get to Googling, because one of these hoes, we just had a whole thing in the tribe, motherfuckers Googling. When the bitch really got money, you can't Google her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I mean, like it's so much to unpack in that video right there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just that first of all, she unprofessional as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too many gurus that's really about their business that's going to get up there and conduct themselves that way.
Hmm.
Uh, Number two, uh that clip there, if it's any truth to it, it pretty much speaks to what I've been thinking, that she came in off the backdrop of the pandemic because wasn't a lot of felons that had money to give to a dispatch company until a lot of those SBA loans and PPP loans were released.
Yeah.
So so if so far what we see, just based off what I see, if there's any crime did, you took advantage of people who was already, on the bottom trying to get up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I could
Yeah.
speak to that because, because I'm an ex-con, so I
Okay.
could speak to
Yeah.
that, So I just think, I mean, it's just like the poor robbing the poor to get rich.
Yeah. It's kind of playing on people's hearts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and they misfortunes because when you're a felon, at the time before the pandemic, it was hard to get in a truck, hard to get in some of these warehouses with a felon on, what I'm saying, with a felony on your record.
I always thought that a lot of companies, at least I had always heard, and I could be wrong, that companies like Swift and JB Hunt were incentivized to hire felons. They got like kickbacks. I don't know if you I don't know if how true that is.
Uh, my experience when I first came home, it was hard as hell to get a job. If I didn't have the proper people like my father speaking up for me to get me in the door, to give me an opportunity to show that I could do the work. I probably would have still been looking for a trucking job, to this day. uh if the pandemic never happened. When the pandemic happened, so many things changed. But even though some of those companies are incentivized to hire felons, it still opens the door for discrimination.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I
true.
mean? Because they don't have to hire you. They don't have to hire you if you don't have a felon. But if you do got a felon, it just gives them more reason not to.
Not to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I want to touch on those companies that they was talking about that was out of service or not authorized. You remember earlier we was speaking about those companies, TTG Logistics and
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't realize till I had went to her website. Now this I gotta show. I didn't realize until I had went to her website, and I'm gonna show you. Hold on, let me find it. I definitely don't want to take that page off. Let me go right here. Oh, I can show this right here.
Okay.
Let me share this. Yeah, because Miss Lady, you know what I'm saying? See, TTG, to the audience, just in case you haven't seen it, I'm not going to show the clipping. But when she was asked about TTG Logistics, her response was to shout out to JT at Pocket Watchers. Her response was to JT at Pocket Watchers was none of your business. I'm
Yeah.
I believe I know why it was none of his business.
Why was that?
you know, well, okay, this is Trucking Guru's website here that I'm sharing
Okay.
right now.
TTG
And you see
University.
that right there?
Yeah, I've never gone to
TTG
her website.
University?
Yeah, I see
Huh?
that. I've never gone to her website.
Yeah, TTG University. TTG stands for the Trucking Guru Logistics.
Okay.
So I can understand why she was saying none of your business. Um, you know, I'm not gonna say that she didn't touch $100 million. I'm not gonna say that because during the pandemic that was possible. What I will say, I don't think that 100 million was consistent as she tried to make it seem.
Okay.
That's not how, no, because during the pandemic those rates wasn't even true rates. You and I in our circle, we was the only one saying was man, when they drop the rates, they're going to kill us. They're going to drop the rates.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening right now. So I'm not going to say she didn't touch $100 million, but it had to be during the pandemic, when that happened.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And along with the prices of everything, the cost of doing business are raising. When
Right,
it did, it was gonna be hard to maintain that.
right, right, exactly. So I think the way she advertised herself was misleading. Um, you know, and everything that's going on with her now, I think it's a result of some people in her circle that has turned on her. I've seen this story played out before in so many different ways, and so many, man, it's just, it's crazy, because, jealousy is real. I will
Yeah.
say this here. When you look at how she promoted herself, when you look at her following, you know, the boost that she got, you know, uh, you could see that people in her circle probably would be jealous because she was the face. She was the one getting all the attention, and I'm pretty sure she was getting the attention. A lot of the revenue was coming through her,
Yeah.
you know. So, I think it's just some black shirts that's deciding to expose her for whatever reason. Could be disagreement over money or whatever.
So do you know how many people were a part of her black shirts, or I guess a part of her like little council or decision makers?
I don't know, man, but bro, I believe, what I'm saying, she got another division called the suits. I believe that picture of all the, what I'm saying, the people that we've been seeing. I I think, what I'm saying, they, what I'm saying, they the suit, because matter of fact, while we talking about that, I got another treat for you. I
Come
got,
on with it.
give me 1 second here. I got another treat right here. Let's see here. Yeah, because I don't think a lot of people went to a website, man, to like really see, what I'm saying, like the ones who investigate to really see like what's really happening here. Because
No.
I'm seeing some familiar faces here. So this is going to be a video of oh, I'm sorry, I hit my mic. This is going to be a video of one of her I guess like a highlight of one of her banquets. And I mean they
Okay.
were stacked in there. I mean, you talking about
Okay.
some some no offense to any of the victims or anybody got played, but I gotta say it how I need to say it. I ain't never seen so many gullible people in one room.
Yeah. But during the
Man,
pandemic, everybody was doing everybody was doing a master class. Everybody was doing a
Yeah,
master class for everything, and everybody
everybody.
in all these master classes, what you see in the comments, everybody saying, "Put me in the game, coach. Put me on."
Yeah,
You know, I'm ready to run a bag up. So,
right. And look, and it was so crazy. It was so many people doing master classes. I was wondering if it was anybody out there to buy
well, apparently so.
them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, everybody doing a master class. Hell, all the customers teachers. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, but you know what? In most of those master classes, um, I know I didn't. Well, I never did sign up for a master class, but I never did go and look to see what the qualifications of those people were
uh-huh,
because they sold it so well. They sold it
man.
so well.
Hey, you want me to tell you the qualifications?
What was that?
Go to YouTube, figure out how to create a website for a course. You know what I'm saying? Get you a LLC and
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 marketing.
and put a name on it. It's just that easy. You ain't gotta
Yeah.
have no qualification, no certification. The only thing you gotta be able to do is sell yourself, and that's obviously what this young lady was good at.
Hey, great
Uh,
salesmanship.
right? You know what I'm saying? It kind of got me wondering. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to know what she went to prison for, and I'm going to look it up. You know what I'm saying? Miss Henderson, if you watching, uh, from one ex-con to another, you can Google your charge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you knew that, baby girl, but you can Google your charges, so you can't say ancient video. I'm gonna find it because I think you went to prison for some dealing with some money because you too good at this. You too good. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, let me share this video here so we can see some of these familiar places. Try not to choke on your laughter.
Okay.
Tomorrow, me and my dog, we get tomorrow.
Tell you, do it all for eternity. Baby, you know, we love you. Thank you for hand selecting each one of us. Hand selecting each one.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out how to fast forward it.
Okay.
Hold on a second here. Give me 1 second here.
Making like Mitch can't lead the game. The only thing to get us excited, money and cane. I don't know about the rest, just a legend in the flesh.
That's who I wanted you to see.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot what's his name. What's that guy's
Hey,
name? I forgot.
hey, he the hot shot guy.
Yeah, yeah. I know he do the
Yeah,
hot shot. Man, I
yeah.
forgot what he said. I used to watch his videos a
Man, if
lot.
you got a felon, man, come holler at me. He the hot shot guy. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Look, again, like I say, I'm not saying that these people are, in the same boat as as Kira, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, birds of a feather flock together. That's what they
yeah,
usually say. In a
yeah,
situation like this right here, when you playing people money, you really guilty until proven innocent in the
yeah,
eyes of the public because you done got some people caught up. You put on shoes like that, you better be ready to wear 'em.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You better be ready to wear them. Hey, kudos to you guys, though, for getting out there, showing your face to the people in the midst of the pandemic. You gurus not really understanding how the trucking industry works because when you dealing with those complaints, and I own the trucking company,
yeah.
those complaints are something serious. Truckers don't play about their money. So when you know what I'm saying,
Not
so
at
if you
all.
dealing with real truckers, yeah, if you dealing with real truckers, when them rates drop, you had some explaining to do.
Hmm.
I highly doubt you was ready to explain that. I just really do.
Right.
But did you see that though, man? You know what I'm saying? Did you see how they were
Yeah.
getting, you know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
was motivated.
Man, look,
Dance.
man, look. If Merckx, MSC, all the shippers, hey, if y'all have banquets like that, email us. We want to, hey, we would love
You
to
want to be a
come. I
part
mean,
of it.
my goodness. My goodness. I mean, it don't get no better than that. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, God,
Man.
dog. But hey, but yeah, but I just wanted you to see, who all she was associated with, man. It just got me kind of feeling
Yeah, I
like,
didn't. But see,
yeah, go
that's
ahead.
and that's news to me because I didn't know she was associated with the box truck coach. I didn't know
That's
she
why
was
I didn't
so.
want to tell you off the air, man. I
Yeah,
wanted your reaction to be authentic. You see how you playing
cause
with your fingers now? You trying to
yeah,
figure this out?
yeah, cause see the guy that's the other guy that was I know he's out of Houston, I think. That do the hot
Talking
shot.
about the dude with the braid.
Yeah, yeah, he's out of Houston, I think.
Uh,
He do the hot. I can't think of it. What's his name?
Man,
I
I
can't think
can't
of the
think of
main
his
name.
name though. That's why I wanted to show the video because I know a
Yeah.
lot of people who in the trucking industry, they know his face.
Yeah,
They
and I
know them
see. I
two
was
guys'
watching
face.
him. I was watching him before I even knew of the trucking guru and the box truck coach. I've
Right,
been watching him for probably about a year or so.
right.
He's very inspirational. He was, he
Who
very
that?
inspirational,
Who?
positive.
Who?
The guy that with the hot shot out of Houston.
Yeah. So is the
Yeah.
church lady, when I was little. So is the church lady that was, what I'm saying, that had a little tin cup going around taking donations for the church just so she could play bingo. Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
she inspirational
inspirational,
too.
bring you to tears. Yeah, man. Have you catching the Holy Spirit
Uh,
after church, man. Post service.
you said that's a cover up.
Hey,
I'm trying.
hey,
I'm trying to give him credit.
hold on a second. Hey, hot shot guy. I can't think of your name. I'm just being silly right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you was really honest or not. I'm just kind of ragging on you because you know what I'm saying. I mean, if that was I've seen that movie before. I think it was called American Gangster. If the
Okay.
feds were investigating, they got plenty of footage on themselves online for the feds to get everybody face involved. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, he was like Frank Lucas at the boxing match wearing that chinchilla. Was it a chinchilla?
No,
That fur coat.
no, actually, Kira is Frank Lucas.
Okay. Okay.
They just, hey, you know what I'm saying? I say in the box truck guys, Nicky Barnes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure out who who the hot shot guy is in a bit. But like I said, man, I'm just joking, man. I'm not saying there's no proof, man, that y'all was caught up in anything. It's just that y'all all over this woman website, man, and uh, if y'all are straight up, conducting business, man, that's a blessing. But when you got, business, man, that looks like a club. That don't look like business. Just to show you how delusional a lot of y'all are, and I'm not talking to the hotshot guy, so I'm talking to the ones that follow her or whatever, just to show you how delusional a lot of y'all are. The ones who were victims. I mean, look at this. This is a post on the Trucking Guru's Facebook page that she screenshot by one of her supporters. And it says another thing is gossiping about trucking guru companies will get you blacklisted by certain companies. Imagine chilling in the driver's lounge at Niagara and you don't even know the clerk sitting there listening to your gossip is happy working with trucking guru companies. And now the clerk will ignore your emails since you're gossiping. That's how stupid people are. $100 million gross revenue in 20 plus years is definitely doable. Them damn Russians, Siberians, Romanians, and Chicago come here and have 500 trucks in 10 years. Y'all act like this is impossible. I don't know trucking guru, but I know you can legally own nothing and legally control everything. I know you can have what is that? Anonymity?
Anonymity.
Yeah, anonymity. You know, so don't clown me because I didn't know that word, y'all. Anonymity by creating multiple entities in Wyoming and Nevada, which are holding companies that can hold the controlling interests of other companies, and you can have authority in multiple states. I know you can have trucks owned by your companies and lease the trucks to your other companies at CR England. I was a top 1% producer and I was the top gun OTR trainer. They had at least millionaires who own trucks under their authority. There's so many ways to make money in the trucking business with and without CDLs. That's what he said.
Yeah, and that's true. There's so
That's what
many
he
ways to
said.
make it. So basically, he's coming to her defense.
Oh, is
And
he?
and
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 then
and,
look,
and who
yeah,
is
go
this
ahead.
guy? Who is this guy?
Man, she cut his face out. But see, but I will say this right here. Thank you, brother, for posting it. Thank you, Kira, for screenshotting it because this need to go out to the world because whoever that clerk is at these places that's in cahoots with that and denying other companies freight because they don't because they disagree with how she moved. Thank you. I'm calling for every last one of them to be fired.
Mhm.
Every last clerk that thinks like that to be investigated and be fired. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Because I can tell you a guy because when she cuts you off, you got a beard. Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We really do appreciate it. Did you hear that part? What he had said? Imagine because they rock with the trucking guru, they're going to deny you freight because
Right,
you gossiping over the phone. Oh, so y'all that bad? Yeah,
right. That
listen.
they willing to that they willing to ignore your emails because you talking about another trucking company.
it, don't let those banquets that you have in fool you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because I would be surprised if the trucking guru has that much power. I
Right.
would really be surprised.
Yeah, that's
Unless it
that's
was one of
some
her former
especially.
cellmates.
Yeah, the one I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say that's something. They got that much power with Niagara, unless it's somebody that they, like you said, they dealing with directly that they have some type of relationship with at Niagara. They got a point of
d-
contact there.
dude just talking, man. You know what I'm saying? That's probably somebody that she rocks with, just putting something out there, you know what I'm saying, to keep her credibility from being destroyed.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
could
saying?
be.
Because cause see, she posted this. You know what I'm saying? See, this is why this is delusional.
Yeah.
She posted this on the 6th of November. She posted this on the 4th. Let's see. Can we see that?
I can't see the top portion, but it said while y'all entertained by all the drama, make note. The one thing they ain't say was I didn't make millionaires.
A little bit. No, you should have read the rest. You know what I'm saying? You know
Eh,
what I'm saying? Because we gotta talk about the tax bracket now.
yeah. Okay, so tribe will be closed. Course is done because I'm going to only focus on the goal, and that's changing the tax bracket of my tribe. Don't ask me for shit. After Monday, you
Ba-
can't truck with us.
baby girl, don't never let nobody run you off your square like that.
Ah,
That right
wow.
there, that post came a day after she did the interview with JT at Pocket Watches. You know,
Okay.
which I think she really made a. Sometimes it's best to just shut up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because until she did that interview, in my eyes, everything was just speculation.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You know, we knew that she did some clown ass stuff, you know, getting on the podcast, talking about I touched 100 M 4 years ago. Now you got my man over here talking about she made 100 M's. You know what I'm saying? The last screenshot that I showed you in
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 over
in, in the
20
past
years.
20 years when we all
Yeah.
know that's not how she marketed herself. She marketed herself. She said on a podcast she was turning you know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, about $1 million a week.
Okay, I didn't see
That's
that
what I'm
part.
thinking she
Okay,
said.
I had to go look that up.
Man,
See
you know
what's
what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, if we get some people who really want to speak on this, who want to email us and want us to revisit this topic, I'll be glad to go pull those videos and show those clips, you know,
so. See,
But mhm,
she slashed that rate from 650 way down to 150.
way down to 150, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You better get it while y'all can because I'm through with y'all bitch asses. See, that's what that
Yeah,
is right there. See, because you know what I'm saying? When you read the post, that's what that $150 say. You better get in now because I'm through with
yeah,
y'all. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
And Saturday at midnight. Wow.
Right. Right. But back to my man JT at Pocket Watches, man. I checked this interview out. I'm only gonna play a clip of it here. But
All
man,
right.
I checked the brother interview out, man, and he was very professional in how he conducted himself during the interview. She was trying to trick him, she was trying to pull him off his square, but he had enough of intelligence to understand, well, I don't have a reason to get off my square. I'm not in any trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not being
Yeah.
looked at. I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically doing what I do. I'm making fun of these self-proclaimed millionaires when the math ain't math.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta salute that brother there for the way he conducted it because she came on his podcast to really get him straight, but she
Yeah.
got tricked into an interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so if anybody want to check out the full interview, you can go to Pocket Watching with JT on YouTube. Are you ready for me to add this clip, or you got something to
Oh
add
yeah.
to
Go
it?
go. I'm gonna speak after you show the clip.
Okay, then as soon as the clip over, then you know what I'm saying, you take it from there.
All right.
Next question for you is: it's more concerning the lawsuit.
Yes. Now, those
Mhm.
cases are all open. So there are certain
Okay.
things I cannot say, okay?
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask the question, and you can say,
Go
no
ahead.
comment or not.
Oh, matter of fact, you
So,
don't gotta ask shit because
okay,
I seen a bit of your little interview that you did, and you said
go
that
right ahead.
I basically made claims to fame that I would get them $1 million and they make all this money, right? You said that my program, what did you say the lawyer said my program was?
All right. So, let's be clear here. Pocket watching with JT didn't say anything. Pocket watching with JT was
Oh, I'm sorry.
reading.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
I
read.
was reading
You
what the
read. My
lawyer
bad.
said.
My bad. You're right. You read.
So
What
yeah,
did you read?
I was reading what the lawyer said. All right,
What did the
and
lawyer
based
say?
on what the lawyer said in the lawsuit,
Mm-hmm.
the lawyer was saying that it was your program, your turnkey program, was a get-rich-quick scheme. That's what the
Okay.
lawyer said in the
Okay.
document.
Then what did they say?
I'm sorry, say what?
Then what did they say? Then what did they say after
They
that?
they claimed that you defrauded their clients out of money.
And then what?
What do you mean? That I'm not sure what you're looking for. What you
I,
can go
I
ahead
want
and
you. I
provide
want
the
you to
info
complete your
that you're
sentence so I
looking
can
for.
answer. That's what I'm doing.
You're doing what?
I want you to complete your sentence so I
No,
can.
I did. So that's what I read. I read the fact that a lawyer drew up a lawsuit for that client.
Mm-hmm.
They claim that your program is a get-rich-quick scheme. That's what's in the actual lawsuit, and they claim that you defrauded their client out of several thousands of dollars. So now
And
you
then
have the floor to explain.
and then you said what?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
After you made this statement previously, you made a statement after that out of your mouth, not what you read. What did you say?
Okay, well, refresh my memory.
That's what I'm trying to clear up for you.
Refresh my memory.
Oh, you don't know what you said now?
Yeah, listen, I do a lot of shows.
You do a lot of
Refresh
talking.
my memory.
You do a lot of talking. It's cool though. So what you said was, if the lawyers are saying that this is a get-rich-quick scheme, something is not right. That's what you said, right?
It was probably similar. What I probably said, okay, now refresh my memory. I said it's a little different when a YouTuber or someone online is saying, I think this course is a get-rich-quick thing. That's one thing.
Okay.
Well, when the lawyer actually puts it in the lawsuit, it's a little different. That's what I think that's very similar to what I said. So go ahead.
So when a lawyer puts something in a lawsuit, that's basically just what they think. What I did for my turnkey was people could not avoid certain like insurance amounts and things like that. Do you even know what my turnkey is before I get into this so I can explain it if you don't?
Go ahead and explain it.
All right. So my turnkey, there's no promise of nothing. We can't promise anything. Trucking is highly volatile. You never know what could happen. The only thing that we have is a lane that you can run until you can't. We don't say you're going to make millions of dollars, thousands of dollars. We cannot do that because you may have a sorry driver in your truck. Your equipment might be faulty. So we never once said that. I never once said that. That's not what the turnkey program is.
Okay. All right. And to give a little bit more context of what I was saying, I want to be clear here. You may not be aware of this.
Okay.
But an attorney cannot simply throw whatever they want.
They can. They can.
No, you're factually incorrect. If an attorney, hold on. I'm gonna give you a second. Let me explain here. Let me explain. Now, an attorney can be sanctioned and penalized if they frivolously just draw up a lawsuit and they throw a bunch of stuff in there that is absolutely ridiculous, right? If they throw in things in there that any reputable attorney would know not to do, it's called negligence. Okay, it's negligence. If an attorney drafts up a lawsuit with a bunch of things that any reputable attorney would say, you can't say that, that would actually be negligence. That's why I'm saying it's a little different when an attorney drafts up something and calls it a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's different when a person online does it. So that's the point that I was trying to make. Hopefully that cleared that up.
It did. Thank you, because I was about to go in on you. Now I understand what you're saying. My apologies.
Oh, no problem at all.
Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. When we do the turnkey program, we have contracts. In the contract, there's no promise of 20, 30, 40, 50, no dollar amount, right? Because we also don't know what type of equipment is going to be required. We don't have your information. So we would never be like, okay, well, you're going to make $50,000. So that's not true, sweetheart, at all.
Why you taking your glasses off?
Sometimes it's best to shut your mouth.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm sure her lawyers, if because she did say she had attorneys representing her, and certain things she couldn't speak on.
Maybe.
I'm sure. You don't think she had an attorney?
Man, you got some attorneys that'll back out, man, when you done, you know what I'm saying, when you done mess their case up like that to defend you, especially if they done told you don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Usually that's what an attorney in the situation is going to say. Don't say nothing.
Because her getting on there and she's already defensive the way she is and she's trying to explain herself, it seemed like it was just digging a deeper hole. Had she just not came on an interview,
right.
I wouldn't have, had that been the case, so.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
Well, let me say this right here. Gene and I, we are experienced in trucking and logistics. We have no experience in dispatching. So if anybody's watching this and they got experience in dispatching, please email us or reach out to us and explain to us how, if a dispatcher works on behalf of a carrier, how in the hell can they have a lane for you to run? Because that's what she said in that video. How in the hell can they have a lane for you to run? Because she keeps going back to saying, we just promoted dispatchers. So if you're a dispatcher with no authority, no MC number, how can you have a lane to run till you can't no more? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So either you are lying or you had an authority, maybe those other companies that Spencer was speaking about, and you just don't want to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that maybe your greed got the best of you, which is easy. If a dispatch only keeping 7 to 10%, and you're in the middle of the pandemic and you seeing truckers making 10,000, which drivers were. Anybody who don't know, during the pandemic, drivers were pulling 8 to 12 grand a week easy. When those rates went up. maybe she decided for herself, let me get my authority and get me some trucks. Or, just get my authority and have some owner operators ride under my authority and
Now,
pay them a percentage.
didn't it say that under her DOT number, she only had like 2 trucks under her
Well,
DOT
she
number?
Well, she said it ain't your business. She said she said those companies ain't our business. You know what I'm saying? Her name went on.
Yeah,
She said in an interview with what I'm saying, JT
JT.
at Pocket
Yeah,
Watches, my name went on nothing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But I'm glad that you mentioned that because that bring me back to this other clip I got with Mr. Spence here, if you don't mind me playing. You
Okay.
got another
Yeah, go
one to
ahead.
make
Go
before I
ahead.
play it right
No,
here?
no, you go
Kira,
ahead.
Kira, I promise you, we're not trying to bury you, baby. It's just that you're trending right now. You're trending. Okay. Let's play this clip here.
All right.
The trucking guru's biggest revenue source seems to be this fleet buying program, since victims gave her significant amounts of money thinking she was an actual trucking guru capable of setting them up for success. Kierra told that same victim that she was able to purchase a truck in June 2022 as part of the program and sent a picture of the truck with its MC DOT number. Kierra never sent over proof of purchase documents.
But you can't just jump out there and get a truck. You can lose. A lot of people are following people on the internet who bought somebody's course who swear they a guru and they not. And they ain't teaching these. So they want to get a truck and they just sitting.
She ironically describes herself whenever she refers to fake gurus on the internet. That victim had enough.
Did you stop the video?
Uh-uh.
Oh man, okay. The video cut short. Okay, so let me explain this part of the video here. What he was explaining about was that it was a lawsuit against her for fraud. So what she did
Mm,
was she created this fleet purchasing program that people could
okay.
buy trucks through her. And she even spoke on it in an interview with JT at Pocket Watch. Like I said, he did an excellent job. He got a lot of information out of it. That whole 2 hour video really is worth the watch. So
Yeah.
so what she was doing, she was going to the auction, Facebook Marketplace, getting the trucks for cheap. So say for instance, she told a client you had to come up with $40,000. She would go buy the truck for maybe 20,000. 25,000. Keep the change. Now, by no means is there any harm in that, because when you're an investor and you don't want to do the work and you want to be in turnkey program,
Yeah.
which is funny to
Yeah.
me. That's what happened. You
Yeah.
can't complain about the change that she keeping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's actually doing the work for you. So, I don't know if that's the basis of the lawsuit. I know somebody said they had a truck came up missing. She probably, it was so many trucks available at the time, she probably just thought some trucks were going to be there and just never bought the truck. Maybe forgot about them. I mean, she probably was, doing an electric slide at one of her events. You know what I mean? Instead of working. You know what I mean? Cause
Yeah, they like they
'cause
having a good time.
hey, look, when I run my truck and come to business, almost killed me. What I'm saying? I ain't even have a
Yeah.
chance to two-step, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Hey, high
trying to,
blood pressure and everything,
man, yeah, man, I was trying to,
eh?
you know what I'm saying, get a jog in, let alone two-stepping, you know what I'm saying? She right
Right.
there eating steak and lobster for money, I mean, but anyway, so in order to have a fleet program, you can't be a dispatcher. You got to be a carrier of some kind and have a fleet program. If I'm not mistaken, am I mistaken on that?
I, that I'm unaware of.
Yeah,
We have to check into that. Yeah.
yeah, so what I was thinking, being that we're experienced, so she did mention in another part of one of those interviews that it was for her clients, that program was for her clients that was having trouble getting insurance, that their insurance would have been too high if they had got it on their own. So in
Yeah, I
order for
remember us
you to go
saying
get the
that.
insurance for
Yeah.
her, you got to at least have an insurance agency, or you got to have a carrier that's got low points on them to be able to
Yeah.
get the insurance for cheap, right?
Yeah. And you think it's possible that she probably leased trucks on to major trucking company?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
under her name, you know what I'm saying, which would have
Right.
still turned her into a carrier. See, she keeps
Right.
coming out saying I was just a dispatcher. But you turn it around and you saying what you did for your client. Dispatchers can't do that for their clients.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're really incriminating yourself. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who paying attention, everybody don't listen fast. See, that's why. See that's what I love about this age that we in the information area. You got rewind and pause. You know what I'm saying? You can hear some crazy shit and then pause it and go eat your sandwich and digest and say, did this crazy so and so just really say that? And then go back and
Right.
rewatch it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But see, but you got a lot of followers, you know what I'm saying, who don't hit rewind or pause or
No.
stop. They just
Right.
listening and they following you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you helping people make money. But where, when you're targeting making felons rich, you gotta remember you're dealing with felons. You start getting
Right.
too much, somebody gonna start hate.
You ain't
Yeah, Gene.
lying.
Yeah, Gene. You go ahead if you got to take on there. I'm gonna just
Hey,
removing this.
I mean, we done covered it all. I mean, we I guess we see how everything everything the news continues to develop. We see where the story goes. And everybody that was on in her tribe, as she calls it. See what
Right.
because I remember seeing a video with one lady. I don't know if it was on Instagram, and she was hot. Saying, yeah, I was a black shirt and she was
Uh-huh.
this and she was that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
everybody coming on out,
She didn't
with
get a cut.
and that's
She
what it
didn't get
was.
a cut. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They didn't get their cut, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
cause look, JT pulled it out of her. You know what I'm saying? The unprofessionalism out of her.
yeah,
She even pulled it out of herself on a lot of the podcasts. Why would y'all give y'all money to somebody who's speaking like that over business?
yeah,
That's not making any sense to me. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
just, I,
I
I'm
mean,
my own worst critic, bro. And I give the world a lot of credit. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Like I said, if you look at that video, you see that room full of people, all of them dancing and everything. How many of them
yeah,
masked up on these videos complaining about her now?
a lot of
You
them,
know what I'm saying? The
a
same
lot of
one dancing. You know what I
them.
mean?
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. You know what
But
I'm saying?
during
See,
that time frame, everybody had access to so much money.
right.
Like what was the how much was she charging to get a truck? Like you had to send her money to get in her turnkey. Like what was the upfront? Because I know her master class was one price, but to do the turnkey program, what was that price?
Well, see, the thing was you had to sign up, for her newsletter, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, to be able to get that information. I went on the website and I tried to get in, but when I clicked on it, it wanted me to enter my email. I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to be associated. Baby girl got so much going on right now, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Shoot, my hands was, you know what I'm saying, shaking on the mouse when I was on her website, just trembling over here. You know what I'm saying? I thought I
It
was
was
gonna
that
go back.
bad, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shoot, man, you know what I'm saying? This right here, because she built a tall empire with this. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And man, when the foundation get chopped down on it, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a lot of debris there. I don't want to be in the way of it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I already announced that, you know what I'm saying, I got to pass. So I don't want to be looked at. But I also want to say, before we close out, this platform is an opinionated platform. We look at the news and we give our opinion on it because, far too many times with whatever situation going on, whether it's a brokerage closing down or truck company closed down, uh, so many platforms are waiting on the news to break, for I guess what you call it, to verify their statements or whatever. They have to
Right.
be,
They
as
fact check it.
journalists. Yeah, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, we're not journalists. We're an opinionated platform.
Platform.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, like if we see, you know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm saying, if it looks like a duck, sound like a duck, quack like a duck, to us it's a duck. We ain't got to wait on the news to break to tell us it's a duck.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what this platform is for. It have been too many things that have happened in this industry in the last 4 to 5 years, and we've called it out before it happened. And we very rarely see platforms that's bold enough to step out there and say, I think this is what's going on. They want to have proof to show that this is what's going on. We're willing to take the hit to say this is what we think going on, and if we're wrong, then damn it, we just wrong. But that's our opinion.
Right.
You know, we don't put enough blood, sweat, and tears in this industry. I think us and people like us reserve the right to give our
Yeah.
opinion
Yeah.
on
To be able
whatever's
to say
going on.
something. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Right. Because
So
this isn't the first recession, trucking recession been
right,
in. So from the previous recessions, it was obvious, okay, this isn't going to last long. But for
right,
people that was just coming into the industry, if you just got your CDLs in 2021, well, hey, you have nothing to base the past on. All you know is right now. And right
right,
now on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everybody running the bag up. So let me get
right,
in on it. I
right,
want some of that.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
And so for a lot of people, it was a good move. If you came from a background where you was making $700, $800 a week, and then overnight after getting your, well, it takes 3 weeks in most trucking schools to get your CDL, go out, get your training, and then next thing you know, you're making $1,200, $1,500 a week. That goes a long way. That goes a very long way. So um I understand a lot of people coming into the industry when they did to make their money. So to them, hey, it was a great decision.
yeah, yeah, it was. Well, in closing, I would say this here. Um, to me, this is proof. You know, well, it's a couple of things. Number one, the trucking industry is not for everybody. Everybody who jumped
Right.
into it for a side hustle, you really put a hurt on the ones who actually, do this for a living. Put put food on their table. And it's sad that the industry got ran down because everybody wanted to run over to where they thought it was a quick hustle. And I'm just gonna call it
Right.
how I see it. If you're one of those ones and you're upset about this, we don't really want you subscribing to us anyway. But if you're one of us, and you just tired of what you're seeing out here and you just want to give your take on it, this is a platform that we're building. And we hope that you subscribe, like, and follow us, to keep this
Right.
channel going because we feel like a platform like this here is much needed for anybody in the trucking and logistic industry.
Right. Yeah, we're here to help the industry to progress, not to carry it back.
Right. Right. So with that in closing, thank you for joining us at the Truckers Lounge, and we hope to keep this channel going and we will see you next time.
You have a good one.